Okay. Good morning, everyone. How are we? Let me see if I can hear myself at some point. Maybe not. We'll figure it out. Morning, Andrew. Morning, Heather. How are we? Welcome to the show this morning. Of course, it's weird today. I'm having an issue with like not being able to hear myself, my headphones, but I can hear myself when we're turned on. I don't know. We'll figure it out. What up, Rob? How you been, man? Welcome to the very solo Cotter and Marshall show, which is not called the Cotter and Marshall show. It's mostly just kind of the Marshall show, but we'll figure that out later. But thanks for joining us nice and early, everyone, this morning. Coming up here in just a few minutes, we're going to get into the question of the day. The question of the day is, what is the worst decision that you've ever made with a car? If you've got a great story for us, go ahead and share it into the stream. Yeah, my camera is fixed. Mac knocked her foot ever so slightly against our computer yesterday, and it jarred it just enough to take my camera offline. It was still receiving power, but it wasn't like fully plugged in. So that's why it wasn't doing that. It wasn't doing its thing. Nope, that won't work. Hmm. Been busy just winding down with a couple beers. Nice, man. Well, here is the new live streaming life that we currently have. We're actually going to be joined in studio with a special guest, Stacy. She'll be in studio with us here about 7:15 this morning, and then she'll stay throughout the rest of our live stream. No, actually, I fixed the camera, and it took like 5 minutes. It was super easy. I just went and replugged everything back in, and it worked just fine. But no, our good friend Stacy is going to be joining us today, and then we have Billy from the Badass Rock Show, who joined us very briefly on the show, Cotter's last show on the 24th of November. But she'll be joining us from 7 to 9 on Friday. So I'm going to try to have a special guest in studio with us each and every day, so we have someone to kind of talk to outside of just me. So good morning, Elaine. Good morning. Once again, thanks for joining us, guys. We're about 3.5 minutes out. Don't mind me. I got to delete some stuff here in the log so we don't have any issues. Got the manual. All right. It's been weird, Rob. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's been weird because now I'm like the host of the show, and that's not what I'm used to. So it's a little different. It's a little different, but we're getting used to it. I mean, I'm taking like these next 3 weeks before we hit the holidays, where I'll take some time off. I'm taking like these next 3 weeks to just kind of get comfortable, practice being kind of the lead guy, and then make sure I don't completely screw it up. You know, so we're gonna just go with that. Thanks, Heather. I appreciate that. But yeah, we're gonna try to find kind of a new normal, and then we're gonna shake up that new normal because we are hiring a new morning show host. That person will also program the radio station. I'm just not that smart, so they're not gonna let me do it. So we'll have someone else in here on a permanent basis. Hopefully that's sooner than later. Fingers crossed. I'm just saying before the Super Bowl, which is middle of February. So that's what I'm shooting for. I know it's going to take some time, but hopefully by then we have a new revamped show, and I can be the host, or the second chair is what we call it, the co-host, whatever. I just hope I hope it's sooner than later. I'd love to kind of get back to a new normal, but this is the life we're living. Morning, everyone. Morning, Charles. Morning, Sean. Yes, we're going to talk about Porch Pirates today. So I found this new study that kind of breaks down the states that have the worst porch pirates. And also, I'm going to bring up a personal porch pirate story myself. Not something that directly happened to me, but something that happened just a few houses down from me very recently, which is weird. So we'll talk about that on the second half of this hour. Right now, once again, question of the day. Excuse me, Charles. I'm sure you got a story. The king of cars over there. What is the worst decision that you've ever made with a car? We'll go over those stories here in about 90 seconds. Morning, Andrew. How you doing, buddy? Rob says, don't forget the mayor was keen to jump in. I was surprised that he seemed like a cool guy. Yeah, Mayor Van Johnson, honestly, is a very cool guy. I mean, whatever you want to think about his policies or whatever, I mean, one-to-one, he was very, very cool. Are you bringing back some of the things and rebranding you and Cotter did? Yes. Yeah. So we're going to kind of continue on with some of the smaller things like chicks on dudes and stuff, really depending on who the new guy is or girl. Don't matter to me. We'll decide if we want to continue on Torture Tuesday. I would like to bring back trivia and stuff. But yeah, I mean, we're going to have some cool stuff. And guys, next week, just throwing it out there, we have all sorts of really cool stuff that we're going to give away here on the show. Stuff I can't quite talk about yet, but I'm telling you, man, that End Market Arena is going to bring some really cool stuff to town. So we're going to be on the air here in like 20 seconds. I'll be right back. Rock 1061, Savannah's Rock Station. Welcome to the Marshall Show this morning. Oof, it's going to be a doozy of a day. Of course, you can hop on the stream. Watch me on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch just by searching the Cotter and Marshall Show. And make sure to like, follow, and subscribe. You can also listen to the show by downloading the app for free. You can get us on your in-home smart speaker and listen live at rock1061.com. So our question of the day is an easy one, I like to think, today. So our question of the day is, what is the worst decision that you've ever made with a car? Now, I'm not a big car guy. I'm not going to lie. I've owned mostly junk cars my entire life. My first 3 cars were all Chevy Cavaliers. I don't know how that happened. I had like a 1985 red one, which I didn't realize you had to change the oil on. Apparently, once again, not a car guy. And the piston shot through the engine. My second car I got wrecked into, which was another Chevy Cavalier, 1986. You know, I was moving on up in the world. And then I eventually bought a 2003, wait for it, Chevy Cavalier, which I just eventually traded in. It was having some weird problem, and I traded in for a Hyundai, and now I'm on like my second Hyundai from there. So once again, not a great car guy, but I haven't done anything crazy with them. Once again, question of the day is, what's the worst decision that you've ever made with a car? I guess one of them is going from an SUV to like a sedan, and I'm like a bigger guy. You know, I'm like 6 foot, 200 plus. Like, I don't know, getting in and out of a sedan, from an SUV to a sedan, not like the coolest feeling. You kind of feel like you're regressing a little bit. Especially now that I live in the South, I feel like I should be moving on up to a truck. And I think I'll eventually become a truck guy, but I'm just not there quite yet. And of course, I also, for some reason, decided to install a Bluetooth radio in my own vehicle. And when I got done with it, and it took like the jaws of life to install this Bluetooth radio into my SUV at the time, I came out, looked like I got attacked by a cat. Like I had scratches and dings all on my hands, like blood was running down it. I should not do anything car-related is what I learned shortly after that. But those are probably the worst decisions I've made with a car. And, of course, if you got great stories, feel free to share them with us here on the stream. We're live streaming right now, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. You can also text us at 1-800-394-1061 with your stories. But we got some from our Facebook page just last night, because we always post our question the day before at Rock 1061's Facebook page and the Cotter and Marshall Show Facebook page. Now, some great stories coming in from Roxanne here. She said, in high school, I bought a used Honda and paid a friend to install a sound system. Sounds solid, sounds good. Baby blue caught on fire while I was driving it because of my friend's wiring. You can't really take that back to your shop or even your friend, can you, at that point? You're like, you kind of set my car on fire. I don't know if we're really friends anymore. Also, our friend Willie here, he said, I jumped my car so hard the spring shot out from the wheel well. I'm guessing he's talking about the shocks and everything. He said, searched the back roads for it for a bit to find it. It took forever to drive home, though, because I could only turn right without the front end sagging so bad. So a Look, I'm glad I'm not the only one who've made some very sketchy decisions when it comes to cars. That's good, I think. So, or bad for mostly for you guys. But if you guys got a great story, once again, our question of the day is, what is the worst decision that you've ever made with a car? We'll come back with more of them coming up right here on The Marshall Show on Rock 106.1. Sorry. There we go. Buttons are hard. I knew you guys were going to have some great stories this morning. Charles, Andrew, Dave, Rob, thank you so much for dropping in your stories. We'll try to get to those here in a bit. I got a couple songs, and then we got commercials, so we do have a little bit of a break here. Sean says, Cavaliers, you and my wife both. Hashtag Marshall equals wife. That's right. Excuse me. Morning, Wanda. How's the new house going? Sorry, I just had to text Tim Janier. For some reason, I can't hear myself out of my headphones, which is weird. I can hear music, but I can't hear me. So there was a button somewhere on here, I'm sure that's not pressed, that I maybe don't have pressed. We'll see. The house is going slow. More moving today. Yeah, good luck with that. Oh, your wife had 3 Cavaliers as well, and they were all POSs. Yeah, no doubt. I don't know how I did it, but I started off my car career with 3 straight Chevy Cavaliers. Andrew, great story, man. I'll bring that up on air here once we come back on air. Oh, Rob, great story as well. Dave's talking about that Keith Urban show, I think. I looked at the end market arena tickets. Keith Urban is cheaper than the Eagles. Interesting. Nosebleed for 2 tickets is upwards of $300 for the Eagles? Gluten for punishment, it sounds you are, yeah. Or glutton for punishment. Maybe gluten. Morning, Mac. How are you? MK Ultra, how's it going, buddy? All right, guys, we do have a few minutes. Once again, thank you, everyone who shared your stories with us here. Charles, Rob, Andrew, thank you so much. We'll get to a few of those, then we'll get to that in here in, I think like 8-ish minutes. We've got some commercials we have to play. The clocks are a little different now, as in like our radio clocks where our breaks are within the hour. So there's a little bit longer of break between break 1 and 2. Max says, I need to take Roy to see the Eagles. It sounds like you need to get a second job to afford those tickets. MK Ultra, good. Did I just hear $300 for the Eagles? Non-cocaine using Eagles? I think not. I don't know, man. I don't make the rules. Rob said he also had a 71 Mustang Mach 1, restored it to original condition, which took 2 years, went to go on an army tour and asked a friend to put it in storage. What? He wrote it off while I was overseas. You mean like he sold it? Did he sell it while you were gone? Patrick, remember when I won my mystery prize? Still waiting on my phone call. Love you, bro. Hey, man, you know what? How about this, Patrick? I actually have figured out your mystery prize because we just got a bunch of stuff in, but I can't talk about it. So, Patrick, let's just say I will be calling you next week in regards to your mystery prize. Not solo today. No, Stacy is going to join me in studio, but she can't get here till about 7:15 because of kids and stuff. So, Stacy should be here any minute. She'll hopefully be joining us on this next break. If not, no big deal. We'll have her join us for our Porch Pirates story right around 7:30. No, he crashed it. Oh my God, Rob, how much did you murder him? Not how little, but how much did you murder your friend? I would say a lot. Oh, Elaine, I know. I got to take care of a lot of prizes that we were giving away right around Cotter's end time there. So don't worry, I'm not going to forget you guys. I have you all lined up on little scraps of paper on my desk at home. It's one of the things I'm going to get to today. So yeah, today after the show, there's tons of Christmas parades that are going on. So there's Beaufort, Bluffton, and which one am I forgetting? Richmond Hill this weekend. So I'm going to buy a bunch of stuff for Christmas parades. Oh, what up, T? Bristol's in the house. What up, my dude? 2 weeks into my 83 RX 7.5 speed, I forgot to pull the emergency brake and went into the house. When I came out, I thought someone stole it. I later realized it rolled down the street and stopped when it hit a pole. Oh, I love you, Tony. Hey, Stacy's here. Rob says he paid cash and funded my holiday for quite some time. Still can't look him in the eyes without murderous intent. Man, I don't know. Good morning. Yeah, don't worry about that. Yeah, you got time. Yeah, so fun fact this morning I came in and whenever I'm on the air, I can't hear my headphones. But when I turn our system on, I can hear the music. So that's what I'm dealing with today. I'm not smart enough to figure it out, is what I realized. And I've texted Tim Janier, and he hasn't texted me back. So that's the life we're living right now. Andrew says, remember those Rockville tickets that I won? It totally happened. Sure did. Talking about concert tickets, I heard Maiden in Tampa is $350 for general admission. Good Lord. Yeah, they're playing a show up in Greensboro, North Carolina, which is, I guess, technically closer, only by like an hour maybe. And actually, our home base of Dick Broadcasting is up in Greensboro. So I was going to reach out to the guys today to see if they had any pull on getting us some tickets for giveaway. So maybe there's a chance we could hook you up with some tickets. But we'd definitely be giving those things away. So just a heads up there. And then we have some other cool stuff. Obviously, next week we'll be giving away some tickets to Welcome to Rockville. As Dave mentioned it a little while ago, 1 week from yesterday, we'll be getting the full lineup for the 2022 Welcome to Rockville down in Daytona, which is happening in May this year. They're going back to their original kind of timeline with May. You sure do, Charles. You definitely need to win tickets to Maiden. All right, guys, we're in some commercials right now, and then we come back with Incubus, and then we're back on the air. So just a quick heads up there. While I have a second, I'm going to kind of try to get us back on time. Concert tickets are through the roof. Gas prices are double. Let's go, Brandon. Man, I'm telling you, it's crazy. I think the concert people are just trying to make up for a year and a half or close to 2 years of nothing. I can't get headphones, so I don't know. Um, Let me. Nope. I still can't. I still can't hear myself in my headphones. Can you hear yourself? Do I just plugged into a bad one?
Oh, my love. No.
What am I messing up here, Stacy? I have both of audition and program down so we can because we go through audition to feed our live stream. Yeah, and I don't know what's going on there. So I mean, I've got the station obviously on. I can't have audition on to the barracks. It's plugged into here. I'm guessing it may be something down here. No, I tried that too. Yeah, it wasn't that either. Yeah, it wasn't that either. So weird. Tim won't answer my phone calls. Help this man, Stacy. He is clueless now that Cotter divorced him. Yeah.
Well, apparently so am I. So here we are. Two clueless jokers together.
Which one? Oh, there it is. That's the one I want.
Hey, everybody.
Nope. Stop playing with my cameras, lady.
Well, you have it at a bad angle. Girls need different angles.
We want right in front of your face. Want to see your face.
Nobody wants to see this. It's early in the morning.
Tony Bristol's on the chat today, our good buddy. He said, call Buddy Womack, our old engineer.
I heard a lot about Buddy. Buddy apparently can...
He can fix anything.
Little duct tape.
I love Buddy.
Good to go.
All right, guys, we're coming out of commercials. We'll be back here in just a few minutes, wrapping up our question of the day. Once again, thank you for everyone who's chimed in this morning. Rob says he likes your pink hair, Stacy.
Thanks, Rob.
So Stacy's from, and just in case you guys don't know, Stacy's from Hot 98.3, which is one of our sister stations here at Dick Broadcast. And we have 6 radio stations in all. And it's kind of like, it's the top 40 radio station here. We play like Justin Bieber. What else do we play on that station?
What don't we play? Ariana Grande, Post Malone, Shawn Mendes.
All the good ones.
Right.
Yeah, so.
All the teeny boppers.
So Stacy's in like stupid early every morning because she has kids, so she just comes in and get work done. And I'm going to snag her a couple times a week over the next few weeks until we get into the holidays to come hang out with me.
I'm the coolest one.
By far. You're the coolest one so far. How about that? Let's just say so far.
All right, I'll take it.
There's only been like 2 other people that have been on the show, and one of them was Tim. So, I mean, like, does it count? It doesn't. But
I can't even get the headphone jack to work right now.
Marshall, you better turn that thermostat down because it just got hotter in the studio. I see what you did.
Oh my gosh! I love your live streamers.
Oh, well,
you guys are so weird.
It's not like we can hear anything of our headphones anyway. I don't know why I put them on.
Oh yeah, I don't know because we look cooler with them.
It's true.
It's really where this cool stuff too.
All right, we got 4 minutes. We're gonna come in and wrap up our question of the day. Stacy, do you have any stories? What's the worst decision you ever made with a car?
I bought a minivan.
I feel like you did.
Yeah,
I feel like you got some.
That was the worst thing. I thought it was so good, but.
How about this? We're gonna once we come back on air, I'm gonna kind of reset the story, and I'll have you go into yours,
okay.
And then I'll just kind of go with a few of stories that we had here. And there is one
I had some good cars too. I had a Spider convertible that Mitsubishi, the one with the rounded version. Oh, then I had kids. Yeah, it had the bucket seats and everything.
Let's see.
I really love how nice your chat people are.
Yeah, we have a good group of people who sit on our live stream. I've only blocked one person ever from the stream.
Burp. Did you hear that? Did they hear that?
I have no idea.
I am so sorry. It came from deep within.
It was a guttural burp. Morning, Rhett. What's up, buddy? He goes, during a pursuit, a vehicle failed to yield and crashed a brand new Crown Vic at 88 miles an hour. Seatbelt snapped my collarbone. The car that failed to yield flipped over. Holy
Who's
crap.
that from, Rhett? He's the sheriff's deputy, right?
Yeah, up in Beaufort, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure Rhett has all sorts of stories.
You know, I saw an accident with a deer on 170 and right by where Palmetto Animal League is, you know?
Mm-hmm.
This deer came out of the woods on the right. I was going like you're going towards Beaufort, you know? And literally went through the backseat of the car, pooped everywhere. Like this was in front of me, pooped everywhere in the car, and then ran and kept going. Like through the backseat window. It was the most insane thing I've ever experienced.
It's a drive-by crapping.
I've seen way more accidents and crazy stuff in Bluffton and Beaufort than I have anywhere in my life. And I lived in New York City, so.
It's a straight-up drive-by crapping. Who would have thought?
Such a girly perp. I got to work on it. I'm only on my first.
There's an ongoing joke in my house where everyone burps in my face. That's my dogs and my wife. Everyone does it. So after dinner last night, we're about a minute and a half from going back on air. After dinner last night, my wife got up from the dinner table and had just like, but she did it within like a foot of my face because I was.
So it smelled like dinner. It was fresh.
Well, I was putting stuff away from the dishwasher. It didn't smell like anything. Like I didn't get like the whiff of it. It was just like it was very close to my face. And I looked at her and I'm like, anywhere else? It could have been anywhere else. And she just started laughing because she realized what she did.
See, I have a talent. I could tell you what you ate if you burp.
Oh, no.
I do. I like, yeah. If Brody does, I'll be like,
Stacy.
so you had pizza for lunch? Gross.
Gross indeed. All right. Once again, we're about a minute out from going back on the air. Stacy, we'll start off with your story. I got a couple here on the stream, and then we're going to wrap up.
It's chilly.
Good, because usually it's hot as hell, man. And then we'll wrap. We'll wrap up with. Let's see. I think Andrew had a really good story I wanted to share. I was going to go back and find it in the chat. Usually with the second chair, I'm able to just like to throw that in a Word doc and have it right in front of me.
Well, you didn't send me a fancy email like you usually do last night.
I did. Yeah. Well,
lucky for you, I just make bad decisions in life, so it just works itself out.
I was busy yesterday. We had all sorts of stuff coming up, which is really cool. Can't say it on the stream, but I'll tell you later.
Ooh, okay.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. Rock 106.1, Savannah's Rock Station. Welcome to the Marshall and Friends show today. Stacy is in studio from Hot 98.3. Thank you for joining me this morning.
Of course.
All right, so we're into our question of the day today. What is the worst decision that you've ever made with a car? I got into a couple of mine. I'm not a car guy. I don't understand, buying one or owning one or installing even Bluetooth radios, but I know you probably got some stories for us. You got one for us?
I bought a minivan. Worst decision I ever made. I'm like, I'm super mom. I'm going to buy a minivan and it's going to be great. No, I hate every second of it.
So why do you hate the minivan as much as you do?
It aged me. Like I'm still in my 30s, right? Still sort of hot and like going through some things in my life. And I'm like, how am I supposed to do anything and roll up in a minivan?
Right. And then you have stuff, and you probably like with kids and stuff, you got stuff in there all the time. There's stuff on the floor.
There's more radio station stuff than there is kid stuff. But yeah, there's like food and like I won't clean it because the boys, do you pee in a bottle?
Well, yeah, I'm a guy.
But like in the car, you pee in bottles, right? So like I have to sit in a car line for a crazy amount of time to pick up my kid.
Oh, no.
I have pee bottles all over the back of my car. I swear, go look.
No,
it's disgusting. But they're screwed on.
As a guy, I like to pee in my yard. I've talked about this many times.
Seriously?
Yeah, I just love to pee anywhere in my yard.
Claim your territory?
Yeah,
is that what that is?
I mean, along the fence line, like wherever I want. Just like, I don't know why, it's just a guy thing where peeing outside is like, it's like ecstasy almost.
I wish I could. I would be a mess. I'd come in and be all down my leg. Like, I wish they made something for me to do. I'd write my name. I wish I had, man business for like one day to do those things.
I think that's another question of the day.
Yeah, we'll have to use that later.
Once again, what is the worst decision that you've ever made with a car? I got a couple here from the stream. Andrew chimed in, said the worst thing I ever did car related was I sold my car because I didn't think I needed it. I drove my moped everywhere. Then I needed a car and bought a used Jetta. 2 weeks later, the Jetta caught on fire.
Oh, what is it with... Why couldn't this happen when I had the bad car and needed to get my Gap insurance? Why can't I get these pointers?
Oh, man. And then Rob also chimed in on the stream. He goes, my worst decision with cars is I had one that had an issue with power steering. The cost to fix was out of my league. Guess who left all of his tools in the trunk when he sold it? My bad.
Oopsie daisy. It was probably worth more than the car.
Now we got a couple stories here from our Facebook page as well. Once again, thank you all for joining in to the question of the day goodness, which is, once again, what is the worst decision that you ever made with a car? Eric chimed in on our Facebook page and said, I drove my first car into a swimming pool. How do you say that happens? What kind of bad decisions led your car into a swimming pool?
Right, and most of the ones here in Savannah or down south are caged in so you don't get critters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said critters on the radio.
Yes, I know, I got it.
So how do you get it in there? You know?
It's quite impressive. Eric, we're going to need a follow-up on that one. And then let's wrap up our question of the day today from Steve. He goes, my worst decision ever, to Velcro my buddy's door shut when it wouldn't stay closed. Then we test drove at high speeds around turns to see if it stuck. It didn't
stick.
It didn't stick.
Duct tape fixes everything.
Oh, good Lord, guys. Once again, thanks for chiming in on our question of the day. Of course, we do this every day at 7 o'clock on the Marshall and Friends show. Coming up next, we're going to get into Porch Pirates. It is the holiday season. Even when it's not the holiday season, it's still terrible. Have you had stuff stolen from you?
I have. And have you seen the guy on YouTube that like blows things up and has the fart spray? We'll talk about it. It's good. It's good.
Well, we've got some stories about local porch pirates and, of course, the states that have the worst porch pirates. So we'll get into that here in just a little bit. Right now, it's Wolf Totem from The Who and Jacoby Shaddix of Papa Roach right here on Rock 106.1.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Really,
it almost seems like it's like not plugged in on
you
one
were on
side.
the air, though. I mean, I heard you.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll see if Tim ever shows up. Let's see if we can get that fixed.
I'm okay with not hearing the headphones.
All right, guys. Once again, thanks for joining us here on the live stream this morning. Charles says, if you ever hit a deer in your car, you better eat it.
It kept going, and it wasn't my car. It literally was the craziest thing. This poor guy driving, he was probably just fresh got his license, and he was just sitting there like, and I'm like, I used to be a paramedic, so I'm like, are you okay? Everything all right? He's just like,
Let's see. Morning, Holly. Thanks for joining us. Yes, happy Friday Eve to you, my friend. Yeah, so after the show today, I got to go buy a bunch of parade stuff. I'm going to go buy a bunch of like Christmas decorations.
get a lot of garland so I can make it look good.
Tons of garland.
You know,
all the garland.
You know what I'm saying? So I can like.
Yeah, so I got to go to, I think I'm mostly just I'm going to check out the dollar store first and see where it goes from
The
there.
first time in the dollar store. Look, Dollar General's legit.
No, no, I don't think I've been into a Dollar Tree, but what's the dollar place up by Moe's on Abercorn here, right
Is
by
that
the radio
Family
station?
Dollar or Dollar General?
Well,
The one by
Family-
Moe's is Dollar Tree. It's a like.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, then I have been to Dollar Tree before. 'Cause
I
I've been in
thought
that
you
one.
have, but I didn't want to argue yet. I
Yeah.
didn't want to take your validity away.
But yeah, I gotta go buy a bunch of stuff today, so I gotta get the boss's credit card.
Yeah, I got my shirts too. Our shirts.
Oh, I
came in.
saw pictures of that.
Didn't
Yeah.
they come look nice? And so I got to get the boss's credit card for that too.
Rhett says they do make one of those man pee things for chicks, Stacy.
Really?
Yeah, just in case they're like cups. They're like weird cups.
Like I had to pee in a urinal once, and that was really hard. Like because you have to like back that thing up, you know, and like tilt.
Yeah, and
It was a St. Patty's Day in Cleveland.
Yeah. Andrew says if Tim can fix stuff, I definitely can. I'm starting a campaign to replace Tim with me. Vote for me. I'll provide the beers for all the breakfasts. Oh, I love that.
I don't hate it. Will you bring sugar-free Red Bull? If that's the case, I will be here.
Charles says good excuse for to kneecap Tim Janier today. Probably a good excuse, yeah. If you want to come around, I don't know if he's in studio today or not.
Oh, okay.
I think he's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But
For Andrew.
all right, guys, we got The Who with Papa Roach on air right now, and then we're coming back with Rage. Then we'll go back on the air. I got some more commercials to hit before we jump into all of the goodness on the show today. Now, in the 8 o'clock hour today, we are going to be getting into, where is my 8 o'clock hour?
I don't know. I didn't get an email.
You didn't? Jesus. We're going to talk about sex, Stacy, in the 8 o'clock
I like
hour.
that.
Then we're going to talk about getting lucky with the lottery. So kind of
lucky and lucky.
Yeah.
Well played, sir.
And then in the second half of the 8 o'clock hour, there's this crazy story about a bunch of people who were at an inn in England, and they were.
I heard about this, and it snowed, and they got stuck in there for like days or hours. Oh my God, I wish I was there. It's a pub. It was a pub. Can you imagine all the meat pies you would get? You could just.
A crazy amount.
Fish and chips and beer. Oh my God, that is a great day. Like if I go to heaven, that's what my heaven I want it to be. Full of men in uniform, fish and chips and beer.
It sounds pretty interesting, but yeah, it was a pub in England, or the UK, excuse me. And it was technically known as the highest pub in the UK at more than 1,700 feet above sea level. And they were having a good old time at the Tan Hill Inn, and well, snow came and kind of ruined their experience. But we'll get into that, and then we'll talk about the cover band who was there, and then we'll talk about maybe bands that we want to hear if we're ever snowed in somewhere. So we'll get into that.
I don't hate it. No, Charles, he's not from Canada, but he's from Alaska, so that's pretty much the same thing, I think, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, it's pretty the same thing. Your chat people are cool. I like them.
Sorry, just got to delete some stuff so we don't have any issues. And how are we doing on time? We're a little late.
A little late, just a little smidgen.
All right. Yeah, so welcome to Rockville. The full lineup gets announced next Wednesday. So we will have tickets for giveaway next week. It's most likely going to be like a social media giveaway. So just a heads up there, guys. That's just for you, for our people on the stream, just to give you a kind of a quick heads up of what we'll be doing on top of that. But also next week, there is another show announcement that we'll get to that we'll have tickets for. I can't really get into it at the moment, but it'll be more of like a daily ticket giveaway here on the radio station as well.
Stacy, you know my sister. Oh, yeah, Melissa. Totally do. Why didn't you say hi? I was there, all bougie with my hat and big glasses. Why didn't you say hello? I'm not. Am I that scared? Am I intimidating?
You?
I've heard this now like multiple times.
You're just louder than most people.
But I mind my business. I don't even like go play with people. Like I just sit in there and mind my business.
Charles goes, delete some stuff, delete Tim's contact. Fun fact, he still hasn't texted me back at all. Cool. Morning, Tony. How are we? Andrew goes, I wasn't scared. I just kept to myself. All right, guys, we're about a minute out from going back on the air. Gonna get into Porch Pirates story. So something recently happened in my neighborhood, literally on my street, that I wanted to share with you guys. And then the following break, we'll actually get into the places that are the worst when it comes to Porch Pirates. Speaking of, I want to bring that story up while we have a second. There it is. Boom. What's a porch pirate? Here in America, we call porch pirates people who will literally come up on your porch or your
and steal your shit,
doorstep and just steal your stuff. Yeah.
And there's so many videos. Just YouTube it. Like they literally go up, look both ways, take something, and run.
Yeah. All right, guys. We'll be right back. It's Rock 106.1, Savannah's Rock Station. Welcome to the Marshall and Friends show today. Of course, you can hop on that stream, watch us live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch just by searching the Cotter and Marshall Show. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe while you're there. You can also listen to the show by downloading the app for free. Get us on your at-home smart speaker or just listen live at rock1061.com. Now, yesterday, Stacy, was National Package Protection Day. Apparently, it's an actual day. It's an actual thing. I don't know why.
Are we talking about figuratively or literally?
No, just yes. No, but your actual
there.
Like physical packages that get delivered to your home.
Okay, like Amazon or UPS.
Yeah. So Obviously, Porch Pirates can show up anywhere, and around 210 million packages have disappeared from porches across America over the last 12 months.
I could see
So
it.
that is where the term porch pirates come from. It's anyone who comes up and just steals your stuff off your porch, whether you got it delivered by FedEx or Amazon or wherever. It's those people. And actually, in fact, 64% of Americans say they've had a package stolen in the past year. So I saw this story, and then I was like, I saw something recently about this. So actually, on the street I live on one of those like community pages on Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
a neighbor of mine who I've only met briefly once when I was walking by their house, they actually said that they had a car drive by. Like, you know how when you put outgoing mail in your mailbox, you put the flag up?
Yeah.
They said they had like this weird car drive by and grabbed their stuff out of their mailbox, like their outgoing mail, and they just left. Yeah. So my neighbor was confused by this because usually it's the mail truck, like an official looking mail truck. And she got this person on their Ring camera. Well, we actually have a camera at the front of our community as well. And this person has been apprehended by law enforcement. And it turns out they have stolen outgoing mail from multiple communities around the Georgetown area.
Why are you being ghetto like that?
Yeah.
Stop it.
I don't quite know what this person's intent was, but he was stealing a lot of people's outgoing mail. So the great news is apparently this person had like multiple arrests previously. They had felony warrants out against him. So this person, great news, is caught. But I thought, man, that's so strange to just grab people's like outgoing like checks to the water company. Like,
well, it's Christmas time, so think about it. Like, I send money to my nephew, so I do send cash.
So this guy's probably thinking he's going to get gift cards.
So he's looking at cards and stuff that, not that I'm a criminal. I've never done this.
Hypothetically,
thinking gift cards, that kind of stuff. See, I'm so excited that I just bought a house, like 2 years ago. And
what's your address again? And social security number?
Well, you can't get to my mail because it's like a coastal community. So all of our mailboxes are lock and key, almost like an apartment style in the alley or lane, whatever you call it. It's one or the other. So nobody can steal my stuff. What?
So once again, this story, and then when it came to National Protection Day, Package Protection Day yesterday, I thought, man, that's crazy that it kind of all came into right here in December, and it makes a lot of sense, obviously, because it's Christmas time. So
sure.
I found a story where it actually breaks down the worst cities in America for package theft. So we're going to get into those here after the break, and we're going to find out if Georgia or the Carolinas or any of the states even close to us or us are on that list. So more coming up here on The Marshall Show, Rock 106.1. Okay, back on the live stream. Sorry, guys. I had to delete something. A rotational promo that was not any good anymore. Yeah, so coming up next, after the commercials here, we're going to get into the worst places, the worst cities in America with package theft. Charles goes, I protect my package every day.
That's what I thought that was. I went right to the bad stuff.
Mm-hmm. Of course you did.
Stacy has a resting face a la Victoria Beckham and can look intimidating at times. It is true, though.
Maybe that's why people don't want to come up to you and say hi to you at weddings, because you have that.
Right. Like, I literally was, oh, no, it was early. There was no booze. So I wasn't drunk. I don't know, but I
think I was.
So I think I
just so you know, it's legal to be high on this show.
Oh, I was so high. I had a couple edibles. So like, I think that Rhett, do not arrest me. But I think that I was in a really good mood.
Right, because of how high you were.
Yeah, like I don't understand. Like you could have said, hey.
All right, guys. Once again, into some commercials. I've got a couple songs that will be back here. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and just to make sure we are staying on time. We're a little late. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the chili peppers. Sorry, chili peppers.
I do like the chili peppers.
Chili Peppers don't like the timing of my radio station.
Right, would have to arrest half the stream if that was the case. It's true, Tony. I love you. Tony, I put my tree out front, by the way. I look best on my porch.
Yeah. Yeah, and Rhett says out of my jurisdiction.
Thanks, Brett. They took checks to Porch. I have had Amazon packages stolen from the because we're in a new place, so we're building, and there's builders like independent contractors, I believe is the word I'm looking
coming
for.
In and out. Yeah.
So like I always check my Safe Touch doorbell. I really do have a Safe Touch doorbell, and I've seen them go. Like we catch them, but I'm like, really?
No, I don't think I've had anything stolen from this house, but a few years back, I had a pool vacuum delivered to my house.
I remember when you were cleaning up that pool.
Yeah, and this is a little bit after, but Amazon said they delivered a pool vacuum to my house. I was like, cool. I went out to my front door, wasn't there, and I'm like, no way. Did I get porch pirated? I didn't. I walked down the street. I'm like, maybe they accidentally
and they put it at the wrong house,
but they delivered it like 8 houses down.
They
like,
do that all the
even
time
close.
to me. Now they have a picture of like the door. So my door is so my format says there's some hose in this house. So it does. It's okay. With a Santa hat. And so I know if that's my door.
Yeah.
It's never my door. And I literally have to send my kids out and go find the package,
Yeah. Yeah, but you live in a newer community too. So I mean, it's not like an established one. Maybe those people just aren't used to, delivering to you.
That's true.
Maybe that's it. We're just going to say that.
But I live in the older part. You know what? I'm going to go with it. It just makes me feel better. David Kemp.
Yeah, it's our buddy Dave. Is there a website where I can buy the stolen merchandise half off?
Yeah. Did you watch Tiger King 2?
Yeah.
You can get it. Did you know they were in Beaufort?
Yeah.
I did not. You could get it from Jeff Lowe. Apparently, he's a crook.
Yeah. So
I finished it last night.
Yeah. Dave, the website you're looking for is Costco.com.
Hey, you can order from Costco on Instacart, and you don't have to have a membership.
Oh.
You're welcome.
Can we talk about Costco for a quick second before we jump in? So my wife and I were joking about going to Costco because people are very horny about Costco right now. They're so horny. And
it's bougie.
We drove by. We went to we went to like Lowe's and At Home, and we went and saw a movie like over Thanksgiving weekend. So we drove by Costco a couple times. There's an effing line to get into Costco.
Yeah.
I mean, it was probably 20 people deep. Like,
here's the trick. Instacart.
Have you been inside the Costco?
Not this one, but I've gone up to Charleston to go.
Is there a line to get into every Costco?
No.
Or is it just this one?
Just this one because it's so new. And it's bougie. I mean, you think about it, you're in Pooler with it, right? And, okay, so the best way to describe Costco versus Sam's, Walmart, Target. Walmart is Sam's, Target is Costco. So if you're, see, does that make sense?
Yeah, because that was my next question. Like, I didn't think there was any difference.
Oh, no, there is. And please get their stir fry.
So are you saying is it like IKEA level? Like, are we talking like, am I getting Swedish meatballs at Lowe's? Or excuse me, not at Costco?
I mean, it's better. I enjoy it. And they have better products. They have like the Kirkland brand versus like the Sam's Choice. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like it does. Like it does. In my head, it does.
Andrew says the kids are Porch Pirates in training. Kids, go find my stuff.
But I always put the disclaimer on the HOA page because my neighborhood's bougie and they get crazy. So I say, hey, if you see 2 kids running around holding up a cell phone to match packages,
right?
It is not stealing yours. They're claiming mine. Usually they are appreciative of that.
Wanda loves your energy and your hair. It looks amazing.
Thank you. I've been growing it out. It's been a pain in my butt, but thank you.
Rhett says, been to Lowe's house multiple times for domestics and animal complaints.
Really, Rhett? Can I do a ride along? Like, I know you're married. Like, I'm not like that. I just want to go and I want to see Jeff Lowe's place. Like, I want to watch you arrest people. I mean, your wife can go too. I don't want to have anybody be mad at me. I just want to go for a cool ride along and like arrest people.
Charles says, got to jump out of my dermatologist appointment. Doc has to check out my sexy skin later.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks for hanging out with us, Charles. Hopefully we'll see you before. I doubt it. It's doctors. They take forever, but good luck, my friend. Holly says, my birthday is Sunday, so if anyone wants to come in and have lunch at Buffalo Wild Wings and Pooler, come in and have lunch with me today or tomorrow off weekends.
Oh,
there you go.
Happy birthday. Mine was last week.
Yeah, Holly works, I think, she works like the day shift.
At B-Dubs?
At B-Dubs.
See, I'm a Wild Wing girl. I don't know, but I mean, B-Dubs is great. because Holly works there.
Yeah. Immediate. Love that immediate turnaround.
Did I fix it? Did I fix it?
Yeah, sure. Do me a favor. Point your mic just the other way so it doesn't cover your face.
But I like it covering my face.
Or I have to move your mic or camera on you.
How's that?
You're completely caught her in this situation.
But you have it at such a bad angle. Like it looks like I have 4 chins, and I really don't. Okay.
This is our life. You gotta show off our beautiful faces.
Look at how shiny my hair looks with that light. I like it in here.
The ring lights are awesome.
I like it in here.
All right, so coming up here in just a few minutes, we're going to wrap up our Porch Pirates story. Obviously, talked about how someone was stealing mail in my neighborhood. Of course, yesterday was National Package Protection Day. So we have a list of cities that are the worst in America when it comes to package theft. So we'll go over those. And one of those cities might be a city that a former radio show host is now living in.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully he gets his package stolen.
He doesn't own a home.
I'm wishing it upon his poor aunt.
All right. One quick moment.
Oh, thanks, Rob. Oh, my God. They are so nice here. Rob says I look great. Can I
Rob's from New Zealand, so he's actually looking at you upside down. So,
do the toilets go the other way?
yeah, that's true. Robbie, actually, do you want to confirm that? I don't think we've ever asked
Or is
you
that Australia?
that question.
It's the weirdest thing I asked.
Did the toilets flush counterclockwise or clockwise?
Which way do they flush here?
For someone who's had enough bowel movements.
I poop all the time. Everybody poops. If you're looking for a girly girl, I might look the part, but I am not.
Good luck with your blood sugar, my friend. Does everyone have a doctor's appointment today? I feel like I should go to the doctor now. Good Lord.
Let's go. Get a colonoscopy.
Get a colonoscopy. Rob says, yes, they go the other way.
They do? Can you video that and put it on the stream? Can you take video? Can you do it? Because I want to compare them.
You would have to link it to a website. You can't put, like, media on the chat.
I had one, but my truck battery's dead. AAA, baby.
I don't know. Now I feel like I haven't been to the doctor actually in a while. I probably should go.
Yeah, you're getting old. Like, you need to.
Oh, thanks.
No, I mean that with love. Like, you need to have a regular checkup. Forget AAA. I can fix anything when I'm not being lazy. Okay, all right, okay. Fix it. Honey, I have a doctor's appointment at 10.
Dude, everybody's got a doctor's appointment today.
I feel like I should go to the doctor.
And now I'm starting to second guess it. All right, guys, once again, going to wrap up this Porch Pirate story here in about a minute and a half or so. And then inside the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to talk about sex, baby. Then we're going to talk about also getting even luckier than that. We're going to talk about winning the lottery. And then we'll wrap up the show today with a bunch of people who got trapped in a pub in England with a Oasis tribute band. So we're going to talk about that story, and then we're going to talk about what bands we'd like to be trapped in a pub with our last break of the live stream. Excuse me.
It goes so quick.
It does. Very much does so.
I enjoy our time together.
Well, the great news is you're going to be joining me on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah.
Here on the Marshall Show. We've got, let's see, Billy coming in on Friday from our afternoon show. And then we have, who else is coming in? I got Jake Thompson.
He's not going to show up. He's going to be still in bed.
Well, we'll see. But Jake Thompson said he's going to come in next Friday. Mac will be in on Wednesday, so we'll have a few open slots. We'll try to get some other people to come in and kind of hang out with me. Because one is the loneliest number.
It really is. I agree. Now that song's going to be in my head all day. Thank you.
You're welcome. Just go watch the Matrix Resurrections trailer.
I've never seen a single Matrix.
All right, guys, we got 20 seconds. We'll be right back. It's Rock 1061, Savannah's Rock Station. Welcome to the Marshall and Friends show. In studio today is our good friend Stacy from Hot 98.3.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right, so here's the deal. Yesterday was National Package Protection Day. Stop laughing.
Keep it together.
Not talking about, your package. Talking about the packages delivered to your home. Of course, you need to be very vigilant this holiday season. You're probably ordering a bunch of stuff from Amazon or wherever. People are dropping stuff off to your house all the time. And people who are not great people are going around and stealing people's gifts. And that's why yesterday was National Package Protection Day. Now, I want to get into the list that Safewise.com put together that had the list of the worst cities for package theft this past year. Now, for 3 years in a row, it was San Francisco, but they're not number one any longer. I want to get a big time clap it up for our friends in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah. All right.
Congratulations, Denver. You are the best of the worst when it comes to Porch Pirates. That is then followed up by San Francisco. I mean, two heavily populated cities. Now, my sister lives in just southeast of Denver. Still, it's not within city limits, but it's like one of the suburbs of Denver.
Mm-hmm.
She has not had any issues when it comes to package theft, because I did text her yesterday because I was curious.
You were curious, yeah.
Being that Denver was number one on this list. Now, coming in number 3 was Salt Lake City, which I didn't think any thieves were even allowed in city limits. That's kind of strange, right?
I agree. Like, it's all
the
out
Mormons?
west, right?
Yeah. And
It's like they're like on horses, taking your stuff like, whoa.
they're just coming along and they're spearing your gifts
Yes.
and running, like horsebacking away.
In chaps. Oh,
Wow,
yeah.
this got weirdly sexual. It'll be a great tease for next hour. So, followed up on the list is Seattle, and then we got some Texas cities, San Antonio, and then one city that maybe a former co-host of this morning show is now living in, Austin, Texas.
I want to see his package get stolen once.
Well, not his package, but a package he has delivered.
I mean, either way works really for me. It doesn't affect me one way or another.
Wrapping up this top 10 list also includes some Carolina cities. Greenville, South Carolina.
I can see that.
And Raleigh, North Carolina.
Have you been to both of those places?
No,
I could see it. Greenville, yep, I could see it. There's nothing else to do there but steal packages. And in Raleigh, I think you just get bored because there's like White Castle and like Zaxby's
There's
and like
the Carolina Hurricanes. The hockey team plays there.
Right, but only so many months out of the year.
Yeah.
And then what do? You steal packages.
You realize you live in Raleigh, and you're like, yep, I'm going to go back to thieving.
Yeah, I wonder if they could do it on a horse with chaps, too, like out west. I just feel like out west, they're stealing it like cowboys.
There's motorized vehicles past the Mississippi line, right?
Don't take the image away from my head, okay? It needs to stay.
All right, guys, coming up at top the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to talk about sex, and then we're going to talk about getting lucky, but those are two very different things. That's coming up here in just a bit on The Marshall Show, Rock 1061. I hear nothing at all. Yeah, still not hearing anything at all, which is weird. Morning, Jeff. How are you, buddy? That won't help at all either.
You never know. Sometimes you just have to beat it.
Lane says we just stay back and drink while everyone's going to the doctor. I love that plan.
I'm all right with it. Mm-hmm. Hi, Jeff. You already said it, but I want to.
All right, timing, we're pretty good. I'm going to go ahead.
Oh, I just burped again. I'm so glad you didn't hear it.
We're just going to let that run. Okay. All right, guys. Once again, thanks for hanging around here on the live stream of the Marshall and Friends show today. Once again, Stacy, thank you so much for hanging out with me. It'd be very lonely if no one else is in the studio right now. Top the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to talk about a story about sex and how people are having a lot more of it in 2021. Then we'll talk about a man who's getting very lucky, but just with the lottery. I don't know if I'd rather be more lucky with the lottery or sex, but preferably both.
The lottery, I think.
Yeah. But
That's
this
what
guy,
Sunset Novelties is for.
this guy is stupid lucky when it comes to the lottery. Some people just have a gift. And then we'll wrap up the live stream today with a story about a cover band of Oasis called Noasis.
That's really their name?
Yeah, a tribute band, Noasis, Noasis.
No.
So we'll seriously, yeah, we'll get to that here in a little bit as well.
Very creative.
Steve says I gift wrapped my cat's filthy litter, and yes, someone took it. Oh my God, really?
That's like I was telling you, the guy on YouTube. He does the glitter and the fart spray and catches them with the camera. It's fantastic. I will watch all 30 minutes of his videos.
Yeah.
It's great. If you guys haven't seen it, it's funny.
Do you think he's going to do another one this year? Because he did it 2 years in a row.
I don't know. He did the squirrel thing too, though.
Yeah, I saw
that one got me. It's better than the Porch Pirates stuff.
So just in case you don't know what we're talking about, so there's a YouTuber who does weird content, and he actually created a fake package where once people took it home and opened it, it would and it had cell phones on each side that were connected to the cloud. And what would happen is when people actually tried to open in the package, it would shoot fart spray
and
glitter and make a bunch of loud noises, and it'd be kind of a comeuppance for people who tried to steal things. And he did this 2 years in a row. Can you find out who that YouTube creator is so we can
let me look it up.
Share it with people?
Porch Pirate Trap guy.
Andrew says, may want to get that delay up. Talking sex, Stacy may drop some non-radio friendly words.
Andrew, you've met me. Wait, you didn't meet me because you were checking to come up and say hello. But it's true. He knows me. Do I read that everywhere I go?
What do you mean?
I'm a bad word dropper?
I don't think so. You've been in radio long enough. You know how not to say bad words.
Yeah, I can turn it off real quick.
Trey says, if you win the lottery, you could just pay to get sex. That's
True.
A solid point. That's a solid
Sunset
point.
Novelties is for.
But, that's not stopping people from just having sex. Yeah, Jeff says those videos are great. And Steve, you're a bad man for putting out kitty litter to get robbed. The good thing about my house is my house has one of those weird walkways that kind of go into the house. I have a garage and then I have a walkway that kind of goes past it. I think my packages are a little bit hidden, so I don't have to worry about that too much.
Yeah, they are. Mark Rober.
Mark Rober? How do you spell his last name?
Rober.
Okay.
Mark Rober is the guy that does this. He's some engineer. He's super smart.
He did a video like a squirrel obstacle course
It's
that was
hilarious.
Yeah, it went viral for a while. It was really funny.
It is pretty good.
All right, guys, we're in commercials now. Once we get out of that, we'll be into Godsmack, and we'll be right back on the air. Got some new stuff from Guns N' Roses that we're going to play, which is still weird to say. And after Guns N' Roses, we'll come back and talk about getting lucky and sex.
I'm really glad that you picked this while I'm here with you.
I like to. Here's what I do. So when I actually write out the shows now, I keep in mind the person that's going to be in the studio with me because I have it planned, and I like to sometimes, like yesterday, we talked about Spider-Man. Mac is a big Spider-Man fan, so today I was like, what's Stacy really going to be into? So I was like, Porch Pirates, I think she can get into. And then I go with the sex story. Absolutely.
So shopping, sex, cars,
and then being stuck in the snow. Yeah.
And snow.
Yeah.
It's about right, really.
Yeah. I wrote this show for you.
It's fantastic. You are really accommodating here at the Marshall Show.
So I got a meeting today at 10 o'clock. It's just like a video meeting with the guys over at Duck Donuts.
Oh, my God. I love them.
Man,
I miss them.
Duck
My
Donuts.
ass doesn't miss them,
Those guys are going to kill me, mostly because their donuts are so damn good. But we're going to talk to them and maybe do some advertising, promotional stuff with the fellas over there.
The bacon. Oh, the bacon maple.
Mm-hmm. the bacon maple.
Oh my God, I haven't had a Duck Donut since they brought them to us a long time ago.
Yeah, I've already thought about how if we do like a delivery type situation that we used to do on one of our sister stations, like make sure they give us a dozen donuts.
So good. I remember that. Ooh, it was a good day.
Rob says there's a couple of guys who try to bust scammers who use them. Scammer Payback is one. Jim Browning is another. Nice.
Is he as good as Rober though? Because Rober really.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Yeah, the Porch Pirate videos that Rover guy does are incredible.
I got sucked into the damn squirrel one though. I'm like, do it, squirrel. You can do it. He's gonna make it. Like for like 45 minutes, I'm watching a squirrel YouTube video of how he tried to get them to go through this. You gotta watch it.
All right, guys. Once again, we're currently playing Godsmack. As soon as Godsmack's up, we're back on the air here on the Marshall Show, and we're going to dive right into a little sex statistics. Rob says, I think they're all working together to get footage of the money mules.
It's true. I could get on board with that too.
So Major League Baseball officially went on a strike last night, which is terrible news if you just love baseball. But Major League Baseball has, I think it's locked out the players union. So I don't know if baseball is going to be playing on time this year, which sucks for Braves fans in general because coming off a World Series. That happened overnight last night. What happened?
ABC's A Very Boy Band Holiday is coming. NSYNC, New Kids on the Block, and Boys to Men.
Is NSYNC coming back? Like, is Justin Timberlake coming back?
It says to feature members of. So I'm assuming probably not. It'll be like the ones nobody cares about, like Joey and like that Chris Kirkpatrick and Lance Bass. But like, that's exciting, Marshall. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I need more coffee. I need like strong coffee.
All right, we're a minute out. We'll be back on the air. Sorry, Tim Engineer just actually got back to me.
What do you say to do? I'm curious.
He says, which source are you monitoring? And I said programming. So
just say your mom.
I still hear nothing in my headphones, so I'm going to say it didn't work.
I'm going to say it's not you, it's me or him.
Yeah, I have the board set up exactly how I've had it the other days. Even if oh, wait, is this it? This may be it.
Stop it. We can hear ourselves now. You were in queue, you dingle nut.
Well, it was in queue when I came in.
Oh, look it. We got it.
It was in queue when I came in this morning.
Oh, I can hear myself now.
Stupid. All right, guys, we're back on the air. Here in 10 seconds. Rock 106.1, Savannah's Rock Station. Welcome to the Marshall and Friends Show. Of course, we are live streaming right now. You can catch us on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Just search the Cotter and Marshall Show. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe. You can also listen to the show by downloading the app for free. You can get us on your in-home smart speaker or just listen live at rock1061.com. Stacy from Hot 98.3 is joining me today because I needed a friend. Thank you so much.
You've got a friend in me. How'd I do?
Great.
Thanks.
She'll hurt me if I say anything else.
Let's talk about sex, baby.
Yeah, let's dive into this. All right, so I actually found a recent poll that people are having more sex in 2021 than people have had in 10 years.
I can see that.
So in a new poll on sexual relations, only 19% of people said they're not having sex, which is down from 23% in 2011.
Those are all the people that are still married.
Maybe
is what that is.
So, and going on into this the sex poll, 5% of people said they are doing it every night, which is up from 3% in 2011. I just
good for them every night.
Clap it up for every.
Oh my gosh, I'm jelly belly.
I just don't think that's real.
It's got to be good for them. Hopefully, it is.
Yeah. Well, speaking of frequency, according to the sex poll, 12% of people said they get it on 3 or 4 times a week versus 16% in 2011. Once again, this poll is pretty much saying from a decade ago in 2011, sex is up.
Think about it. Last year, we were all on lockdown. What was there to do? You can only watch Tiger King so many times, right?
I know it's really good though.
I did. I watched it 3 times myself, right? Ozark a couple. Then what else did you do?
Yes, you found something.
Right. So then you're like, oh, I remember how good it was because you kind of let it go to the wayside because we were so busy. And now it's like, boom, all the time.
All the time. Well, 21% of people said they do it once or twice a week versus 26%. So once again, more people are having sex than ever, according to this recent poll on sexual relations. And 14% of people said once or twice a month versus 15%. So that they used to do it in 2011. So people overall are having more sex than ever. I would say personally, my sexual activity is probably above average compared to a decade ago.
Yeah, you don't have
because
kids.
once again, the pandemic, and I don't have any kids, so it just shows you how good I am at it.
Yeah, you could just do it wherever.
Depending on the lady, I am excellent at sex.
You are ridiculous.
Depending on how you look at that.
And I'm like, no more kids, stay away. I don't want it. No.
Speaking of getting lucky, this gentleman that we're going to talk about next, he may be the luckiest SOB I've ever heard of because he just won $1 million.
Oh, wow.
And he didn't even try. And he's had a history of winning when he probably shouldn't have. We'll get into that here in just a few minutes. Right now, brand new stuff from Guns N' Roses. This is Hard School on Rock 106.1. All right, guys, back on the live stream. Yeah, for some reason, I was in queue.
Well, we fixed it.
Yeah, here we are. We could hear you.
And we can hear each other.
Hear ourselves now. This is better.
It was really weird before.
This is better. Rob says everyone's been in lockdown from the pandemic. You can only watch reruns so many times. It's true.
It is. I just said it.
Wanda says, what is the sex you speak of and how do you get it? Asking for a friend.
I heard Tinder.
I think you just pay for it. If Charles was on the chat, he would say something very, very terrible about Tony's business, but I would never do that.
Not Tony's.
No.
The ones that are like in the mall and stuff. I already told you about that.
Yeah, you have to grab the ass.
Right, they're going to stand
both
over your head for a while, and you're either going to touch one thing or the other, and then they know they're a go.
So once again, explain this again.
Okay, so I was talking with a friend of mine. I think it was this past weekend, like Thanksgiving weekend, and he had gone to get a massage. And he was like, it's one of those places, and he works as a firefighter. And it's one of those places. And he was explaining it was so weird because, like, she was standing over my head for an extended period
Like, was
of time.
she up on the table? Or
No,
was she just by
he was
his
laying
head?
down,
Yeah.
okay, face down.
Okay.
She was standing like, okay, so here's his head. Here's her body. Her butt's back here, okay? Are you
Okay.
with,
Her
are you
butt
with me?
her butt is facing away
from his head.
His head.
So her hoo-ha is by his head, but he's facing down in that hole. You know, when you get a massage. She stayed there, he said, for an uncomfortable amount of time.
What's uncomfortable?
Like 10 minutes.
But she's a massage.
But it wasn't like that.
If it was just me, I'd be like, oh, she's just working my head.
He's actually a good guy, unlike some of these other crusty birds that I know in my life. And apparently they were explaining to him that was his, to put, you got to put it around.
I feel like they were just setting him up. That doesn't seem like the way. I feel like it's one of those things where they say something to you. They're just like, they say something like toilet paper or something. And then
a code word?
Yeah.
But how do you know what the code word is if you've never been to one before?
But it's like one of those things that are out of context because most of the time when you get a massage, you're not really talking, right? You may say a thing or two, but you usually just...
Hence the standing over the head, grab the butt.
Right. So I think a code word would probably work better if you were going to a place
like pineapple,
that got a little happy ending.
Like a safe word? Pineapple!
Yeah, something to the effect of that.
Pineapple!
Oh, well.
Tim Janier, he's infiltrated the freaking live stream.
Yeah, Tim Janier's here.
Tim, go to this place off of Highway 80 in Puller and come at me. Okay, that's all I'm going to say.
Tony goes, do not say that. I will kill you, Marshall. I didn't say it. I just had Stacy explain something she heard.
That I heard.
Yeah. Heard.
Through the grapevine.
Mm-hmm. What is today? Is today Thursday?
I don't even know. This week has been weird.
Yeah, it's been crazy. All right, so we actually have not done this in a while, but The Cotter and Marshall Show Fantasy Football League, although Cotter has technically left the show. He's still part of the league. We haven't given you guys an update on how everyone's doing in the league in quite some time. So just to give you guys a heads up on how Cotter and myself are doing overall, I'm currently in third place. Cotter is currently in 10th out of 14 teams.
Well, you deserve it.
So congrats to our top 4 teams right now, which is the Wu-Tang Clan. Pied Piper coming in number 2. I'm in third place. And then the Slobber Knockers at number 4, who beat me by less than a point.
What?
The Slobber Knockers.
That is a great name. Who is? Do you know who that is?
I would have to go back to the list. I don't
That is
quite
a
remember.
great
But
name.
that's the latest update on our fantasy football league. The team with the that actually wins the league this year, that isn't a member of the show, will actually win tickets to Welcome to Rockville for 2022. So just a heads up there. We'll be doing this every year on the morning show as long as, I don't know, I'm still doing it unless they don't fire me. But
One can't be sure with your life.
It's true. Actually, I've been oddly lucky in radio. I've had really great.
You better knock on wood right now. Please do it.
I've had really great long stints at all of my radio stations. Like,
this is the longest. I usually did 2 to 3 year contracts. This is my longest.
yeah, I've done 7 here. I did 7 in Vegas, and I did
that's good.
4 in Illinois. But I split that up over like 2 different companies. So
I got granola in my teeth. So if you see me, like, I had a granola bar in my teeth.
I've almost been in radio 20 years, which is so weird. Mm-hmm.
Same. So I went to school in Toledo, Ohio, if anybody knows where that's at. I went to the University of Toledo.
Never heard of it.
I went to school to be a damn teacher.
A teacher?
Pre-kindergarten through 3rd grade education. So at the time I was working at Hooters. I know. And
you pretty much asked your entire life not to make any money between being
I
a
know.
teacher and working in radio.
I was thinking, like, my mom was trying to be smart. So she was like thinking ahead for me with kids, right? To have summers off and holidays, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, whatever, I'll be a teacher. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life.
Mm-hmm.
The guy from the radio station, the Top 40 radio station, did like a bike night remote every Wednesday. At the time, he was hitting on me. I worked at Hooters. I was hot prior to kids. Then I did nights. Like, I'd started in 2003. I've been on the radio since 2003.
Damn.
That's awesome.
I've been on the radio since, even as a stunt boy, it was 01. So I've been on the radio since 01.
Oh, my God. We almost are twinsies. You're just a little older than me.
I'm just a little older.
But you're about what? 2 years older than me, right?
I'm 39, yeah.
You are.
Mm-hmm. Sadly. Steve says you can't go anywhere. Yeah, I don't plan on it. We'll see what our radio station
We never
says.
do.
Yeah. Never really plan on leaving. But all right, guys. So we're currently playing Pearl Jam. Got some commercials we got to get to, and then we're going to come back with the lottery story, and then we're going to wrap up our live stream with being stuck in a pub with a cover band, which actually is better than what you think.
I wouldn't be too shabby. Fish and chip. I don't like kidney pie, though.
I don't think I've ever had kidney pie.
They eat it over there. Well, Game of Thrones, they do. And they have that accent. So they're from there, right? Game of Thrones.
Sure.
We'll go with that.
So let's get into some celebrity gossip, being that you're a celebrity gossip queen, being that you work for a top 40 radio station. I keep seeing a lot that Kim Kardashian is dating Pete Davidson.
Or Pete Davidson.
Is that true?
It's 100%
Is that a real
true.
thing?
It's been confirmed. They have been out and about, and he calls her my baby, and she loves that.
Do you think that Pete Davidson is just banging Kanye West's ex-wife because he can?
I think that Pete Davidson, can you say?
Sure.
Okay. So Ariana Grande was asked in an interview why she was with Pete. And she said, he has a big wiener.
Mm-hmm.
Like, big wiener. So I think that
God bless him.
Kim just needed to get some, It's all about the wiener, I think.
It's all about the wiener. We should get that crocheted on a pillow.
I'll sleep on it
Someone
every night.
crochet that on a pillow and give it to Stacy
Or
for
a
Christmas this
t-shirt.
year.
I'll wear it in a t-shirt. Or tank top, whatever.
Is there anything else with celebrity gossip that we should know?
Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello broke up. That was pretty sad. I don't know
What?
why I was
I'm
so
devastated.
invested. I was so invested in that relationship. They just bought some dogs in a house together.
Oh, no.
Like, I am 30-something years old, and I was invested in these teeny boppers' relationship. Like, I feel they should have had children. And here we are. And he just wrote a breakup song about it. Ooh, a trucker hat, Tim. That's a good idea. I would rock the trucker hat. You're right.
So I'm devastated by that.
It's a sad day.
Thank you so much. For sharing.
J-Lo says the art to keeping a relationship, which I don't know why anybody would take any advice from J-Lo, but she's coming out and saying it with Ben Affleck, that you don't follow each other on social media. If you don't follow each other on social media, your relationships will last longer.
Really?
Supposedly.
No.
But she's been through quite a few amount of men. So.
She has. She dated Alex Rodriguez for years.
And she was married to Mark Anthony, which was so weird. Have you ever seen him? He looks like a little grimy troll.
He's a tiny little.
He literally looks like
guy.
the elf on the shelf, the scary version, not the good version.
So you brought up Game of Thrones a little while ago. Did you hear about this HBO pilot they spent a ton of money on that they're never going to release?
How much money is a ton of money? Like a ton of money?
So back in 2019, I think, was it? Yeah, I guess 2019, after the original Game of Thrones series ended.
Oh, I did hear about that.
They started making all these spinoffs. Like they were trying to decide what they wanted to do. Well, according to an insider at a recent interview came out saying that they had spent over $30 million on a Game of Thrones prequel pilot. $30 million.
That's a lot of money.
They filmed it over a few months. They wanted it perfect. They said it just didn't work, and they didn't think it delivered on the promise of the original series. So they just scrapped it, and it's never coming out. Now they're putting out another Game of Thrones prequel series called like House of the Dragon. Now that's coming out in 2022. But can you imagine putting like a $30 million investment in something and then just being like, nope, we're good enough?
No, I can't. Actually, I can't put $30 investment in anything right now. So I don't know.
I loved Game of Thrones too until that last season and a half, and it utterly destroyed me. What is with all of you girls coming in and playing with my money gun?
This legitimately shoots.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even have to load it up. Oh my gosh, this is fantastic. Where did you get this?
I bought the red money gun off of Amazon.com for $22. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
I got to go. Tony, have a great rest of your day. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Tony.
All right, guys, we're in commercials right now. We'll come back. Got one song, and we're back on the air talking about a very lucky gentleman. And then we'll jump into our story about being trapped in a pub. No.
You're really bossy with your gun.
It's true. I am very bossy with the gun. There you go.
Don't mind me.
COVID?
Smoker.
Charles says, back, froze a spot off my head, one off my face, and biopsied a thing off my neck just to make sure it isn't skin. Jesus Christ,
that was a really quick appointment. 1, 2. You got a lot done in a short period of time, buddy.
Hey, you got a great doctor, man.
Right.
And Sean's back. A little bit of a hectic morning at work already. It's better slow the F down. I got a hockey game to get to at 2:30. Do they have like an afternoon game today on a Thursday? The Minnesota Wild, they're the hockey team up in Minnesota.
Oh. I only went to the Pittsburgh Penguins. That's who I like.
I've been to one professional I've been to 3 professional hockey games, 2 in Vegas and 1 in Chicago.
I didn't know Vegas had a team.
Yeah, the Las Vegas Golden Knights. They started a couple years ago.
Cleveland used to, but then it went away.
And then actually let me get rid of this. I want to make sure we're running on time. I actually am a season ticket holder for the new Savannah Ghost Pirates.
You bought season tickets?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, can I go with you to a game? Because I can't afford them.
Yeah, maybe.
No,
we'll see.
Seriously.
We'll see.
Or can I just go when you don't go and I'll take who I want?
Possibly.
Okay, cool.
Possibly.
I just want to make sure we're working this out.
They got a 36 game season.
That's
yeah, so they play I think from October to March-ish every single year. So yeah, they got 36 games. So yeah, I'm a season ticket holder. I'm on the attack side, so I'm on the side where they shoot into the net twice a game.
Awesome sauce.
And like I'm like section 105, which is down on the ice, but I'm like 10 rows up, so I'm just above the glass.
Is it expensive?
No, it's like for season tickets, it was like $900 for 36 games, which breaks down to be like $25 a game.
That's fantastic. And you can always sell them to a friend for the day, right? Like if I wanted to go, I could pay $25 or whatever.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
for free.
yeah. Well, no, I was also thinking about like any days I couldn't go, I'm just going to give away. You could win Marshall seats. Here on
Oh,
the
that's a great
radio
idea.
station, yeah.
Yeah, that's why you're.
Or days my wife can't make it, win a seat right next to me. Come watch the game. So I've talked to Bob Arablo. He's the team president of the
So nice.
new Savannah Ghost Pirates team. And I asked him, like, between periods, can we do this thing where I just you just throw me PBRs and I chug them like Stone Cold Steve Austin? And he said, we'll talk about it. So he didn't say no.
He didn't say yes.
Yeah, I just want to get like everyone hyped up in the stadium. So if we could like
Get
hit,
a T-shirt gun.
yeah, hit up Marshall's Corner or something, and I'm just the guy that grabs beers like Stone Cold Steve Austin and I chug them.
Everybody does it, right? And you can get shirts made, and
Yeah.
then you can get on the ice and shoot the shirts. Oh, I love those potato launcher shirt guns.
Yeah, I wanted to buy like an official T-shirt gun here for the radio station, but if you wanted an official one, not like one that you can build for like $100, if you want an official one, $600.
No, potato launcher. That's cheaper, right?
Yeah, but like, are you talking like old school potato launcher, like the
Like some
hairspray?
PVC pipe and like
Yeah.
that thing that smokes. I don't know what makes it.
Yeah,
do it.
it's usually like a CO2 tank.
Get a big one and shoot them things out. We could test it. We got a courtyard.
I want one like the Jacksonville Jaguars. Have you seen theirs?
No, I've never been to a game.
It's a Gatling gun. So it's like it's a round barrel and it's got like multiple tubes and they literally turn it and it just spits it all over the stadium.
What?
It's super cool.
Or you could get one of those catapults too. You could you could build an old school catapult.
It's a slingshot.
Oh my God, I would have a field day with that. Catapult crap out of it.
All right, guys, we're on the air here in 90 seconds. Going to talk about a gentleman who is just too damn lucky, honestly. Sean says there's a guy at the Wild Games that wears like 30 shirts and will randomly show up in sections and start peeling some off and chucking them into the crowd. Nice. Rob says, man, you guys are getting it done. I opened up my 11th beer, feeling successful. Congratulations, bro. I think this weekend is going to, I'm bypassing beer. It's kind of cold enough here where I'm going straight to liquor. So I've been a big time old fashioned guy. And my buddy sent me an old fashioned kit. So I think I'm going to be diving into that this weekend.
I almost took credit for that just to say I did it.
Did you?
But then I was
A couple people tried too as well.
Yeah, then I was like, no, I'll be called out.
All right, guys, we'll go back on the air in 20 seconds. We'll be right back. It's Rock 106.1, Savannah's Rock Station. Welcome to the Marshall and Friends show today. I'd like to thank Stacy from Hot 98.3 for jumping in and hanging out with me this morning. It'd be very lonely if you weren't here.
I know it would. You're welcome. You're lucky I like you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, well, let's get into our next story, Stacy. A Massachusetts man is recovering from open heart surgery. Recently won $1 million from a lottery ticket, a scratch-off that his friend gave him in a card while sitting in the hospital. Now, his name is Alexander McClish. He received 3 scratch-off tickets and a get-well card, and he started scratching them off. Now, the first row, he felt like something good was going to happen because, like, letters came onto it. It's like one of those crazy, like, $20 cards.
Sure.
And the first 3 letters were AWM. Those are his initials because his name's Alexander McClish. I don't know what his middle name is. Let's just say William. Yeah, a nice William. But his initials showed up. And then as he continued matching the letters on the words on the lottery ticket for a game called $5 million 100 times cash word, he revealed the word heart on the bottom row of the puzzle. That word heart got him the second top prize of the game, which was $1 million.
And he was in for open heart surgery. See, I put those pieces together.
Pretty incredible stuff. Now, this isn't the first time it's happened to him, though, because this same friend several years prior got him a $1,000 lottery ticket on his birthday. So he just gave him like a birthday card, like, here's some scratch-off tickets, and he won $1,000 from that.
What?
Now, McClish has claimed his $1 million prize this past Friday, and he chose the cash option. So before taxes, he received a one-time payment of $650,000. $1,000.
Works for me. Where's his friend? I don't even care about him. I want to know his friend.
Yeah, I somewhere in Massachusetts.
Can you be that friend to me?
Well, I think from here on out, like I'm 39 now, so I think I got like most of the stuff I need in my life. So if anyone wants to buy me gifts from now on,
just give me a lotto ticket. At least $20.
Yeah, at least a $20 lotto ticket. I think that would honestly bring me more excitement than most of the gifts people give.
I agree. Let's make a pact. For birthdays and Christmas, lotto tickets.
Lotto tickets.
Done. I'll spend $20 on a lotto ticket. But let's also make a pact. If you win, you split it. Vice versa.
Like 50-50?
I mean, we'll do 40-60 for the winner. That's fair. You know what?
70-30?
I'll even go 75-25. I'll give you 25% if you bought the ticket. That's fair. And vice versa.
I agree to that. I agree to those terms.
Okay.
I have an option to opt out, though. All right, guys, coming up here.
No, you don't.
Coming up here in a few minutes, we're going to talk about some pub goers who got stuck in one of the most massive snowstorms they've ever seen for like 10 days, and they were there with a cover band called Noasis. It's weird. I'll tell you all about it. Coming up here in just a bit right now, here's Chevelle, Self-Destructor on Rock 106.1.
Man, Wonderwall would probably be way overplayed.
You
know, like you'd be sick of that song by the time that they
Do you guys know any other songs?
Right. Can we do a request? They probably have jukeboxes, though.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be okay with it.
They had some stuff to keep them entertained. And the best thing was they got stuck in a pub that was also an inn. So at least there was some rooms.
Oh, my gosh. You could sleep there, too? Yeah. Okay, this was not the worst case scenario.
Yeah, this is like an incredible vacation.
This was like everything worked out really well for them, I think. It could have been way worse. Like, at least you weren't in, like, I don't know, a Walmart.
True.
But even then, they have the entertainment section, and they have furniture now. I'd pull a futon down and call it a damn day, you know?
Oh, look at that. What do we get into? Oh, I wanted to say this, too, while we were on the live stream. There is tons of stuff going down this weekend here in the Savannah area. I'm going to talk about it in the 9 o'clock hour today, too, but I wanted to make sure anyone on the stream knows about this stuff as well. So this coming Saturday, it's parade season. Everyone loves Christmas parades, and all of them happen on the same day every damn year. I don't know why we don't. Someone doesn't understand that we should definitely change this, but it's just the world we live in. So if you want to get out, take the kids to a Christmas parade. There's 3 of them happening this weekend, 2 on Saturday, 1 in Bluffton starting at 10 o'clock, and then 1 in Richmond Hill starting at 10 o'clock. And then there is 1 on Sunday at 3 o'clock in Buford.
Come to the Richmond Hill one because that's where I'm going to be.
If you want details on the Christmas parades that are happening this weekend, if you want to get out of the house, take the kids out to one of these, just go to our website, rock1061.com, click the Community Connections page, and all of the details are on there with links to the actual official pages. Also on Saturday, I'm going to be out at the End Market Savannah Bridge Run with our sister station, Bob 106.9.
You're not running, are you?
No, I'm not running. They wanted music on the bridge, so I'm literally going to set up a PA system, put it on the back of the Bob truck, and just blast some Bob 106.9 and just kind of hang out in the truck for like 4 hours.
I have an idea.
Sitting on the bridge.
I have an idea. I think you should wear a cheerleader suit and cheer these people on.
I could.
No, I think it would be fantastic. You have the hair. You could even do a high pony.
Oh, that's exactly what I'll shoot for. Shooting for the high pony.
No, you should. Can I just dress you that day? I mean, I'll be in Richmond Hill, so I can't. I think you should be a cheerleader. I think you should cheer them on.
I will definitely cheer them on. Maybe I'll high five a few certain people that I know.
Yes.
Antibacterial.
You should do everybody. Elbow them. I mean, they're running the bridge run. That bridge is no joke. I have a hard time getting my car up the bridge, let alone running it. Like, ouch.
Yeah.
This is why I'm fat and I'm okay with that.
But there's all sorts of fun stuff to get out and do and participate in, or possibly avoid, depending on who you are. This coming weekend.
Wait a minute. I'll be in Richmond Hill.
This stuff, perfect. And then one more thing, while we have a few minutes, we got Chevelle on right now. After that, Manson, and we're back on the air. Welcome to Rockville. They're announcing the full lineup next Wednesday, 12 noon. So we'll actually have some giveaways. I'm probably going to do that on our Facebook page for Welcome to Rockville. So look out next Wednesday. We'll give you all the details once we have that set up. But the full lineup, just not the headliners. The headliners, Kiss, Korn, Guns N' Roses, and Foo Fighters, will have the full lineup released next Wednesday. Greg says you should take Tim Janier on the bridge with you. What would we do with him, Greg, afterwards?
Throw him over? Just kidding. But he could wear it. You guys could wear cheerleading uniforms. I have pom-poms in my drawer
Why do you have pom-poms in your drawer?
from Hot Squad. Like I have.
Okay.
Do you want them? I'm not kidding. I will
I'm good.
Come on. You'd be such a pretty cheerleader.
Thank you. I appreciate those kind words.
You're welcome.
No, I'm good without them, but thank you.
Look, even Charles has said, Marshall in a cheer outfit doing a flying herky. What the hell is that? Is that where you tuck your leg under, like, bring it on?
Charles
Don't threaten me with
Charles
a good
just loves
time.
me. I'm a paying customer. Speaking of Charles, when are you coming to my house? I got a job for you.
What's he do?
Charles owns EBI, which is that hat right up there. Right there.
Okay.
It's a kind of like it's a company that does like dock restorations and all sorts
Oh,
of
cool.
home and renovation-y stuff. I don't know. I'm sure Charles could describe what his company does better than what I could. But anytime you have an issue with walls in your home that
Call
need to
Charles.
be maybe removed, Charles is probably your guy.
Call Charles.
But he does big fancy jobs too. But sometimes he helps out the little man like me.
Oh, did he help make your she shed?
No, he's actually going to help me with that. But Charles actually installed a fence to the butterfly garden that we're putting into my house.
A butterfly garden?
Yeah. Here, actually,
Like you go in and there are butterflies everywhere?
it's going to be that way this spring. So
Oh, that's magical. That is magical. Can I wear like a Cinderella dress and go in and like videotape some videos?
yeah. So here, I'll show it off on live stream. So there's the fence that Charles put in, and I actually
Oh,
put
that's
in.
pretty.
I put in the border just last weekend. So we're gonna have Riverstone put in like on the inside of where that black is, the black border is, and then on the outside.
You're off the air.
Yeah, I just realized it. There we go. There it is. And then on the outside, we'll have plants.
But how do you
butterfly
keep them
plants.
in?
How do we keep them in?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
There's no net on the top.
Oh, butterfly? Well, butterflies will just come and go. And then they'll be...
Oh, so it's not like at the zoo where you go in and they're all
right.
gated in.
And then butterflies will then like lay their kids down, and their kids will be born from there.
But what if they don't think your backyard is a good, suitable place to lay those kids down?
Well, that's why we have butterfly plants that they love.
Oh, okay. They
Mhm.
have those behind me at my house by the lake because they're like white, fluffy flowers. There was like monarch butterflies everywhere.
Yeah, there are certain plants that they're attracted to, like milkweed is one of them.
Come take some from by my house. You think I'm kidding? I want to see the lake anyway.
Yeah, Charles actually has that right. He goes, Nicole grows the butterflies, Marshall puts the lotion in the basket. 100% true.
It makes sense. I can see it.
Rob says, as public personas, what are your guys' nopes for meeting the public, and what are the cool as moments?
I don't have a note. I always meet everybody. Like if you creep me out,
What
is
do
that
you
what he's
guys-
talking about?
What are your guys' nopes for meeting the public? I mean, I'm most of the time pretty accessible. I mean, I guess the
Yeah.
only time is if I was eating, like if I'm eating dinner, like don't run up on me. I've had that happen
Yes.
once or twice.
Or if I'm buying tampons at Walmart. Like that's happened so often, actually. Or a
That's-
pregnancy test, and I'm like,
Wow.
hey guys, yep, good to see you. Yeah, selfie it up.
As for the as cool as moments, I mean, when it comes to like the public side of the thing, just the love we received from the last Horde meetup when we went to the draft room. I mean, having a lot of people there, even if they just stopped by for 2 minutes or hung out the entire night, like the love that Cotter received for kind of his last Horde meetup was so cool. And
I didn't even go.
yeah, that was very cool. That showed me, a lot of people are like, oh, radio's dying, man. Podcast.
know.
Well, proved it wrong immediately. We've only been on the air for a few months, and we had 30 plus people who just showed up just because a dude said he was not going to be here anymore. Like it was crazy. So that was very cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys, got a minute and a half before we go back on air. Once again, going to kick off this story about Oasis tribute band that got stuck in a pub with a bunch of other people.
You should play Oasis. Today is gonna be the day that we're gonna throw it back to you.
Back at like my first radio gig, I once changed a song out for something I wanted to hear, and I got completely reamed for it. So ever since,
You don't have a program directory.
I know I don't, but ever since then, I've never changed the music. I've learned my lesson. I will never, whatever's.
Was that the time of the hotline with the strobe light where the PD would listen constantly and then they would call and you'd get this strobe light? You knew you were in trouble.
Oh no, I got called in like 2 days after I did it. They're like, "Hey," I got read the riot act. Never change it. Never play 9 Inch Nails at 4:00 in the afternoon. I'm like,
Why? That's when you want to hear it. You're all pissed off at your desk.
I don't know. Rhett says, I will tell you not to do when any cop walks into a room. Please do not say, I didn't do it, or some other corny joke. It's been heard. It said,
Do better.
over 1 million times.
Do better.
Don't do it. All right, guys. We're going to be right back. Got about, 25-ish seconds before we go back on the air. So we'll be right back. Rock 106.1, Savannah's Rock Station. Welcome to the Marshall Show this morning with special guest Stacy from Hot 98.3 inside the studios. Now, Stacy, I wanted to get into this story because this really got me thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So about a week ago, a bunch of people were hanging out at the Tan Hill Inn in the UK, about 200 miles northwest of London. And they're known as the highest pub in the UK at more than 1,700 feet above sea level. So there was about 60 people in the bar. There was an Oasis tribute band playing.
Fantastic.
And they were just having a good time. Well, they got one of the worst snowstorms of all time while this was happening. And apparently people just thought they were just going to go home afterwards, like no big deal. Well, these people got snowed in. And once again, they were there for almost a week straight. I mean, they were just hanging out. They were playing pub quiz, karaoke. The band was going up every night playing stuff, and they were at an inn, so there was some like rooms for people to sleep in. Other people were sleeping on couches.
I don't see the problem here. Fish and chips, meat pies, beer,
and
Wonderwalk on repeat.
It sounds pretty incredible, right? Like if I had to be snowed in anywhere, it's like the Shaun of the Dead Winchester situation.
Right.
Like instead of just zombies outside, there's just, like 12 feet of snow.
Right.
But it sounds like one incredible time. Now, there was actually a emergency group that had to actually pull some people from the pub. One person had a medical emergency, so they got him to a hospital, thank God. And some other people just had like their kids at home because they were just going out for a few pints.
Oh, yeah, I would forget about them.
So they brought their parents home, but about 50 people stayed at the pub for almost a week before they were able to go home. So this got me thinking, Stacy. I mean, if I got stuck in a pub for a week, what band would I want to be stuck with?
Fair enough. Good question.
All right, so we're going to get to that coming up here in a few minutes on the Marshall Show right after this.
If I had to pick one right now.
Yeah, so figure out some bands, maybe a couple.
Does it have to be rock?
No, be anything. Just choose 3 bands, 3 artists that you want to be stuck in a pub with for a week that you think you wouldn't get sick of their stuff.
All right. I'm going to write it down. I'm getting
old. Do you need a piece of paper?
I kind of do. You have nothing on
I've got a napkin.
I
You want a napkin?
Yeah. Oh, these are fancy.
Wanda says this group of people who have accumulated since the show has started is probably the most amazing group I've ever met, and it's all because of you and the guy who used to work at the radio station. Yeah, we're pretty awesome. Thank you.
I have 4.
Haven't even written down mine. I'm gonna write down.
Right?
Mine.
It works because you forget in the moment. Don't look at mine. You just cheated.
Oh, I'm not looking at yours.
I doubt mine are anywhere near yours.
All right, let me get us back on time here. That should almost do it. All right, guys. So coming up next, we're going to talk about bands that we want to be stuck in a pub for like a week. So yeah, drop in yours on the chat if you have one. Dennis with the Tragically Hip.
You burped.
Totally burped, but I burped off mic.
I can't help it.
Rob says Faith No More would be a badass band. Hell yeah, dude. That's actually an excellent pick. Dennis also goes Metallica and Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett. That is a great, actually. That is really great. I think I might change mine, actually. One of mine.
Let's see. Andrew says I need somebody with electrical knowledge. None of my outlets are working in my son's room. Can't figure it out. Anyone in the horde, an electrician. The breakers are good. My wife changed the outlets, and now none are working. She just rewired them wrong. They were probably chained together, my guess. You know why I say that? Because I did the same exact thing. No, seriously, I put in some new outlets in my bedroom, and when I rewired them, I just thought there was extra wires, and I'm like, oh, that's stupid. So I capped them off, and then my two other outlets didn't work.
It didn't work, huh?
Because when they built my house, they just chained, instead of running electrical to each outlet, they just chained the outlets to one another.
Mine was all jacked up too. Now that you say that, but I don't know why. It still doesn't work. The one in my guest bath up front, it doesn't turn on. Like, you can't plug something in. It's weird, and it's only those two outlets. But apparently, if it's near a bathroom or water, there's new rules for newer homes. So, like, your breaker, like your test and reset, are under the sink somewhere. It's weird.
Huh.
I can't figure it out for the life of me. That's why I talk on the radio for a living.
Rhett says Bare Naked Ladies. They can cover almost any band. That's a great choice.
That's actually a great.
Charles says, oh, your wife wired them? Something's crossed somewhere. Yeah, my guess is they were probably chained together, Andrew. And yeah, when it came to the rewiring, something just isn't laid out. I'm a king of messing up wiring jobs, though. That's why I just stick to simple outlets, because anything else I have almost destroyed every single time.
I wouldn't let you fix my stuff.
No, like I'm good at like very simple handyman stuff. Like I can install a fan pretty easily. You know, I could patch a wall pretty easily. But if you're talking about like stuff that actually takes skill and precise movements and placements, I'll probably screw that up.
I would let you do like my Amazon Fire Stick.
And I can do that.
That's about it.
I've proven I can do that.
Yeah, I think you did mine, to be honest with you, now that I'm thinking about it. Silence, I kill you. She said good morning, or Gibby said good morning, infidels.
Good morning, Gibby. Gibby's
silence, I kill you.
Gibby's our first streamer of all time.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. All right, guys, got just a couple more songs, about 5 minutes or so. Then we're back on the radio and with our final break of the live stream. Once again, thank you all for hanging out with us on this beautiful Thursday of ours. Tomorrow on the show, on the live stream, we're going to have Billy from the Badass Rock Show. She's going to pull some double duty tomorrow. Not only will she be doing the afternoon, she's going to come in and hang out with me in the morning. I do know that Gibby is doing a live stream fundraising thing right now. So if you guys are friends with Gibby on Facebook, you should definitely check out his live streaming account. I think it's called Gibby San, S-A-N, Gibby San, S-A-N. And then you should definitely, if you got some extra dollars, make sure to throw it to him. Our day's going great, Gibby. Thank you. Hello, guest. This is Stacy from Hot 98.3.
Oh, Andrew. That's sweet.
Wanda, good luck with moving. Yeah. And then anyone who shot me their addresses for the Marshall Christmas card, I got you all set up. I'm going to get those in the mail probably by the weekend-ish.
I'm sad that your faces aren't on it. Usually you put your faces inserted somewhere. Like you were like shooting something and lightsabers one year. Like he does great Christmas cards.
Yeah,
I will tell him that.
This year I just wanted to go fully animated. So
I get it.
My guy just put a full red beard on me, and then
oh, okay, that's what that is.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But yeah, so yeah, this year's card is fully animated. I love it though. Sean says, "Did you get my request for a Christmas card?" I did not. I did not see yours. I got let's see, Elaine, Wanda, Holly's daughter, someone else.
Lord.
Tim says Crash does his show daily. Okay.
What?
He's cool.
Okay, Crash.
He's on the radio, yeah.
He's cute. He's pocket size with his little scruffy beard. I love me some Crash.
So Crash is the guy who does middays here on Rock 106.1 from 11 until 3. He's pocket size.
He is. But he knows it, and he embraces every second of it. I love him.
Dennis says, "How do I get one?" Just excuse me, direct message the Cotter and Marshall Show Facebook page, and I'm gonna send everyone. I got like 100 printed up, so if you want a Marshall Christmas card, just direct message the Cotter and Marshall Show page, and I will put a Christmas card in the mail to you.
You know, I've never sent a Christmas card.
Really?
Am I a bad person? Like, do I need? I don't know.
No, I think it's one of those things. Like, if you don't have kids, you have all this extra time, so we do Christmas cards.
I get it.
You've got like 27 kids.
Because of that whole sex survey.
Yep.
Never stopped over here, okay?
Red says, "I asked about Crash in an earlier post." Sorry, man, I must have missed it. But yeah, just direct message the Cotter and Marshall Show page with your addresses, and I will mail out Christmas cards to you guys. I showed it off yesterday. I just don't have one on me right now, but they're pretty awesome. They're fully animated this year. Yes, Andrew, I got yours. You're good to go, bud.
Hello? Are you okay? Okay, well, call your mother because she's coming to our house because she's worried.
Uh-oh. Family drama from the Stacy.
Everything's fine. We're fine. Okay, well, I'm on the air. I'll call you back.
Greg says, "You going to send me a card?" Yeah, man. Just once again, direct the Cotter and Marshall Show Facebook page. I got everyone who sent me one. Please send it directly to the Cotter and Marshall Show Facebook page. I had some people like direct message me personally. I had some people hit up the Instagram account. Sometimes I look at those, sometimes I don't, but I'll look at the Facebook page because I have to do work on there every single day. So
every day.
And also, speaking of this coming Friday, so tomorrow after the show, I have a gallery going up of the very last day of Cotter being in studio. So I actually hired a guy to come take photos the last day Cotter was in studio. So I got like a gallery going up of like 30-ish pictures of Cotter's final day at studio. They're awesome. So those will be going up, so make sure to check those out. All right, 2 minutes before we go on, guys. Tim goes, "I got one on my desk, premium Christmas card." You're welcome. Thank you for
you know, you didn't give me a Christmas card for the first 3 years I worked with you.
Wow, you've been holding on to that. Jesus Christ.
For a long time.
I don't know. It was personal.
Stacy is so Kiwi, she should have NZ passport instantly. What does that mean? What does that mean?
I have no idea.
I have a passport.
I think it's good. That's Rob from New Zealand.
So I should go to New Zealand? Like I fit in there?
I don't think anyone can go to New Zealand right now. I don't think they've even opened their borders yet.
They're smart.
But once they do, Rob said I could stay at his house. So
Rob, can I come?
He's kicking his wife out. We're going to sleep in the same bed.
Oh, that's cute. Can I sleep with her then?
Gibby says, "Tim, when are you going to speak during your YouTube coffee videos?" I believe, Gibby, he did say one word the other day. I believe he said, "Yup." Make sure to check out his latest episodes. I think he's going to start season 2.
But the whole point is to not talk, though.
Yeah. I think he's going to start season 2 of his coffee drinking series after our new studios are in place. So hopefully and a new season will come back maybe in February.
Can I ask a dumb question?
Yeah.
Does New Zealand have ocean like Australia? I'm seeing Australia for some reason.
So there's Australia, and then New Zealand is the island south of it.
Yeah, no, there are great white sharks there. I watch the movies.
Yeah.
I'm not, Rob, sorry, you're on your own, buddy. Nope.
Wait, so
I won't Kiwi it up. No way. Nope.
There's sharks here.
Not like there. I saw Shark Week. Like
Jesus
the guy that
Christ.
plays the really hot guy on the movies with the shield, your superhero movies.
Steve Rogers, Chris Evans.
He's got an accent like this. He's from Australia, and he
Oh,
played.
Thor. Chris Hemsworth.
Yes, he did one, and it was amazing. But no,
All right, we'll be right back. Rock 106.1, Savannah's Rock Station. Welcome to the Marshall and Friends show today. Of course, you can hop on the stream and watch us live, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch every single day between 7 and 9. Of course, you can listen to the show by downloading the app as well for free. You can get us on your in-home smart speaker and listen live at rock1061.com. So a little while ago, we were talking about some pub goers who got stuck in a pub for like a week because of this massive snowstorm in the UK. The pub was called Tan Hill Inn, and there was a Oasis tribute band that was playing called Noasis there. And they just played every night. They played pub quiz, karaoke, played music.
bingo. I bet you they bingoed too.
They probably bingoed it up. It was just a great time in the pub. So I was like, this is comes into a great question. If I got stuck in a pub for like a week, 10 days, what band would I like to be stuck with? Now, this could be a cover band. This could be a band right here in Savannah.
Yeah.
What band would you want to be stuck with?
So I picked 4 because it's hard for me. So the first one's The Used. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I could put Taste of Ink on replay all day, every day for years. Like I could just.
What a great choice. I wasn't even thinking
You
of
were
that.
not even. See, I came at you like a spider monkey on that one.
Wow.
Post Malone, because let's just be real.
Posty can do almost anything. Yeah.
Post looks like he's a fun person to hang out with.
And during the pandemic, he did like a Nirvana cover show on YouTube that got a ton of views.
And he's doing country too. I mean, he smells, but at that point, 10 days together, we're all going to smell. So let's just party.
He does look like he has stink lines.
He stinks.
Like Charlie Brown
It
stink
makes no
lines.
sense.
All
I
the
met
time.
him at that, whatever. I met him. Dave Matthews Band.
Wow. You smoke so much weed.
I know. And Britney Spears.
You don't think Britney would be annoying after 10
Somebody,
days?
look, between the used Post Malone or Dave, she'd get punched in the throat. So at that point, at least we get some comedy and some good Instagram socials.
Okay. I mean, one band for me that I'd love to be stuck in a pub with, Stace, is Elton John. I think 10 days of Elton John, I'd never get sick of it.
You would get sick of Piano Man real quick.
Nope.
I think,
I'd
100%.
I'd get hammered. I do black and tans, and I would just get hammered every night, and I'd sing along, and I would literally cry. I would bust.
I can see you. You would hit day 3 just sobbing. Are these happy tears, Marshall, or
I'm a
sad tears?
rockin' man.
Are they happy or sad tears?
Another one, Queens of the Stone Age, just because I love Queens of the Stone Age.
That's a
But
good one.
I think Elton John would be my tippy top of the bands that I would definitely want to hang out with in a pub for 10 straight days if I was snowed
You'd
in.
walk out of there with a freaking feather boa.
Oh, yeah,
Those big old,
100%.
those ones from Spencer's, those with the diamonds around them, and you'd be like, Piano Man.
I would walk out a different man.
You would. It would be fantastic,
Possibly
actually.
woman. I'm not for sure at that
One
point.
can't be sure, Marshall. One cannot be sure.
All right, guys. Once again, thanks for hanging around with us on the live stream today. The show is continuing, but don't forget, tomorrow on the live stream, special guest Billy from the Badass Rock Show does afternoons here on Rock 106.1. So we're coming back with more here on the Marshall Show. It's Rock 106.1. All right, guys. Oof.
Look at that headphone here. There we go.
All right, guys. Once again, thanks for hanging out with us here. Let's see. What did we miss? Tim is like the U.S.-Canada thing. Add a third party, and the second will gang up on them. Yeah, 100%.
100%.
Steve says, I will do Torture Tuesday, man. Just hit me up. We'll get back to Torture Tuesday here.
I want to do it to you. Come on. Like, that's, if I'm helping you, no, let's be real. Just one time. Like, if I'm helping you, so you're not by yourself, and I love it. I will do this with you every day if I have to.
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, I feel that my payment should be allowing me to inflict one Torture Tuesday on you. I don't think that's asking too much.
Would you take part in one as in also get tortured?
Sure, but no shocking. No shocking. Like, I don't want to get
That's
hurt.
it?
I don't want to get hurt. Does that make sense?
Okay. All right. Well, we'll talk about it. Maybe that's a possibility. I won't say no, but we'll think about
I
it.
feel like it's fair, and I feel your live stream would say it's fair too. My payment.
Piano Man is Billy Joel, and Marshall would be Ellen's bitch. I said Rocket Man.
Piano Man is Billy Joel,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, it is.
Oh, you suck.
Also, the dudes. I said Elton John. I said Rocket Man. I just didn't correct you. Actually,
I didn't correct you.
80s Ozzy would be the band Endless Supply of Drugs and Alcohol with twisted stuff going on. That actually sounds really good. Greg says, I want to torture Tuesday, Marshall. Bet you would, you freak.
Yeah, but see, Greg, I'm here helping him, so therefore I get one. Chalk one up for me.
Charles with the horniest comment of the day, and that's where we'll end it. I want to be snowed in with Nita Strauss, Lita Ford, Heidi, and Carly, and Lizzie Hale.
Stupid.
Super horny. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us here on the live stream once again on a Thursday. New adventures as we move on without Cotter here, but we love you all the same. Thanks for once again joining us. We'll be back tomorrow, 6 a.m. on the air, and of course 7 o'clock on the stream with special guest Billy from the Badass Rock Show in studio. Other than that, you guys have a great rest of your Thursday. It sounds like you guys got a lot of doctor's appointments to get to.
No, they're in and out already.
Yeah, just get into them, and we'll talk to you later.